What would you say is the biggest mindset shift or habit you've had to create in those years for you to be in the position you're in now?
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that it's possible, because you can create your reality. The perception that you have of the world, if you think there's only scarcity, there's no opportunity, that's how you are going to interact with reality. If you think that there's abundance, if you think that there's opportunity, then these things will manifest themselves to you. So you have to believe that you can, right? And the way that you believe and the way that you can get to that state, because a lot of people are like, I have a lot of doubt. So do I. I have it all the time. Even if at these levels, right? You're doing 7-figure months. Dude, there's people doing 8-figure months. That's hard to fathom. That's hard to imagine.
Yeah.
But it's still possible.
Yeah, of course.
Is it difficult? Absolutely. But it's a mindset shift. So it's a mindset shift, one of, hey, it's possible. Two, it's an abundance mindset. You can either have a delusion of scarcity, which most people are like, hey, it's not possible, or this is not a reality. And I get it. Our lives are so far. We're sitting in a suite in Dubai right now. Yeah. How old are you?
26.
Okay, I'm 26. We're 28. This isn't normal. This isn't normal. So like, I get it. Like, I get it. The people that are listening and watching, and they're like, bro, is this actually real?
It's funny though, because to us it's normal, because we've lived this for a while.
Because it's become the reality that we've created.
Yeah.
Because it's the mindset that we've been able to determine, achieve, and establish.
Yeah.
However, for the average person, they may not see it. And I get it, because you have to have a delusional mindset.
Yeah.
You have to be so far out there to believe that it's possible. Because I assume you come from the trenches just like me.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the same perspective. It's the same perspective. It's like you grow up, people are broke. I look at all my high school buddies. They're working very low paying jobs. Some of them committed suicide. Some of them are divorced. Like, I get it. Like, life isn't easy, but you can create the delusion of scarcity or the delusion of abundance. And I just decided to create the delusion of abundance, that it was possible, that I could make more money, that I could build better networks, that I could actually provide value to people. And as time went on and I gained more experience, and as I became more developed, these opportunities began to show themselves to me. And what I tell people is that money is a lagging indicator of success. Money doesn't come right away. You have to be able to put in the hours and the work and have the mindset of a CEO and have the mindset of a boss
to do so.
To be able to say no to the paycheck, because the paycheck is the instant gratification of your labor. The CEO is the last one to get paid. The CEO is the one that takes the risks, but no risk, no Ferrari. And we know this to be true. If you want to win the game of life, if you want to take it to the top, you have to be able to sacrifice who you are today for who you want to become. And for a lot of people, they may just be comfortable with their 9-to-5, and I completely get it and I validate it. If that's what you want to live and if you're happy, so be it. But I'm willing to neglect the money in the short term and not get that paycheck, just because I understand that if you plant enough seeds in due time, you will reap massive rewards. And it worked out.
I say that to everyone. It's not just about getting the money as quick as possible. It's about building the mindset, building everything around it first before you get that money. Because you're only going to get that money once you've built everything in your head first. And then eventually it will start paying off. I want to ask you something, right? I've never been to America, whether it be North or South. But I remember in my English classes in school, they always used to tell us and teach us about the American dream. The American dream of people wanting to hustle and people wanting to become rich, but they're always constantly trapped into this system. They're always constantly never going anywhere. They're not living the dream. They're not being able to achieve the Ferrari. Now, you being brought up in South America and then heading to North America, how much of that is the truth?
It's no longer true.
Really? Okay.
And I'll explain why.
Go on.
What the US gave me was perspective. But today, going to the United States is no longer the greatest opportunity in the world. Today, the greatest opportunity in the world is online. Let me explain. The US government considers there to be 5 domains of existence. Space, land, sea, air, and digital space, which is the internet. They consider it to be a domain. The year is 1848. In the United States, in the eastern colonies, there's rumors being heard and rumors going around that in the North American River near California, they had found gold. The California Gold Rush. As soon as the president confirms it, 300,000 migrants moved from east to west with the hopes of finding gold. However, they had to deal with thieves, dangerous terrains, wild animals. But unlike 1848, today you have access to what I like to call the digital gold rush.
Yeah.
Which is, if you have access to the internet, you have access to a phone or a computer, maybe some free AI tools, you can tap into this global financial ecosystem. And as long as you can provide value, the internet doesn't care your skin color, your religion, your background, your trauma, your history, your belief system. If you provide value, it will reward you. And I see kids making tens of thousands of dollars a month flipping sneakers online. I see kids online making money in crypto. I see kids online making money providing agency services, going to a restaurant and being like, hey, I'll charge you $2,000 to run your Instagram account. And they're making money.
Yeah, man. I mean,
it's a new opportunity.
One thing I could say on it as well is there's a massive surge right now of short form content, and you get a whole load of people making a whole bunch of money online just chopping up clips
Absolutely.
of podcasts or yourself or Tate or whoever it may be, and they're making so much money like that. But similar to what you just said there about people moving from the East Coast to the West Coast, and they had to, you know, overcome the thieves or the obstacles along the way. On the digital age, would you say there's any problems of the sort like that?
No. The resistance is so minimal. I mean, think about it. Let's say there's crypto projects that exist. A lot of them need community. This is what I was telling somebody recently, so I'm going to use it as an example. They have the tech, they have the devs, but they lack community, they lack marketing. Why can't you go be in... It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're from Nigeria. I don't care if you're from Nepal. I don't care if you're from Malaysia, Paraguay, Mexico. You could go and moderate for one of these Discords for $500 a month.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Go moderate for 5 of them. Bring one of your buddies. Give them 20%. Go moderate for 10 of them. Oh, well, you can't? Okay, perfect. We're not going to get paid. But you can make a lot more money online because, dude, these companies have a lot of money.
Yep.
So you'd be surprised how much help these digital businesses actually need. So all you have to do is 1, identify opportunity, 2, become the person that solves that by becoming good at what you do. You can't be just full of shit. You have to be able to actually provide value, and eventually you'll get compensated. 2, you can build a good reputation online as somebody that's trusted. So now the internet also gives you access to a digital resume. So people validating and vouching for you. It's a phenomenal experience. I mean, I generated 2 billion views. That's worth something. But instead of taking the deals, I just decided to build my own businesses with my own influence.
Yeah.
But the opportunity is vast. With TikTok shops or TikTok shorts and the ability to go viral online, you can just take a dropshipping product that you see winning, go order it, cost you $5 to $10, maybe $20, start posting some clips on it, see if it works, see if it goes. And I've been able to do $1.6 million through organic traffic and e-com with TikTok shops. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm the most delusional guy in the world. I'll tell you that's for sure. I don't know where I'm going to end up, but if I have the delusion of abundance, and I think that is better than having the delusion of scarcity. But no, I think the resistance is pretty much a mindset resistance at this point. It's never been easier to make money. It's never been easier to be wealthy. I mean, when I started in 2016, bro, 8 years ago, this idea of making money online was taboo. It wasn't necessarily seen. It wasn't
talked about like that.
It wasn't seen the same way. Today, making money online is not just the single greatest opportunity of our lifetime. It's the single greatest opportunity in human history. Because like I said before, it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. You have the ability to succeed if you can provide value to the marketplace.
For the first time in the world, no one has to go out and hunt and fight for their lives for a piece of gold. The gold's right on the screen on your phone.
I have moderators. I have moderators from Pakistan. I have moderators from Palestine. I have moderators from all over the world. People that work in my companies. VAs from the Philippines, making 3-4 times the salary that they would working a normal job in their countries. The opportunity is vast.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing out there. So if you had to start from fresh right now, what would you do? What's the step-by-step process? Because I'm trying to look at this from a perspective of someone who's looking up to Luke Belmar, who wants to get into the digital space, be rich, be in a position as you are in yourself. What's step 1?
Seneca famously said, only the educated are free. So this isn't a game about getting rich or a game about getting wealthy. It's about becoming free. That's the first step. If you go into something being like, oh, I want to make money, I want to extract value instead of providing value, you already lost the game. You're in the wrong mindset, because the name of the game is provide value for an extended period of time and eventually you'll get rewarded. So instead of saying, hey, what can I do? Let's talk about mindset shift. Let's talk about perspective. which I think is a better topic of conversation. How do you identify opportunity? I think the formula to make money and to basically guarantee your ability to make money in perpetuity is in 3 simple steps. One is whatever like niche or skill or avenue in business that you want to pursue, it needs to be in high demand. You can't go into something that is no longer relevant. So whatever you're going to select, whether it's TikTok shops at this point, whether it's starting an e-commerce business, whether it's getting involved in helping in the crypto space, whether it's building a personal brand, it needs to be in high demand. 2, you need to be irreplaceable. In an era where artificial intelligence is sweeping the world and where a lot of white collar jobs will be eradicated in the next couple decades,
Of course, yeah.
you need to be irreplaceable. So you need to figure out what's the human touch and the human factor that you can incorporate.
That a computer can't.
Like look at copywriting. Okay, copywriting, you can utilize AI and you can utilize bots to come and help you, but they can't necessarily close the deal for you. So maybe instead of learning copywriting, you learn sales, right? And then you get a prompt engineer. So you need to be irreplaceable. You need to be in high demand. And finally, you need to be the best at what you do. These are the 3 ingredients for success. So you need to be the best at what you do. Now AI gives you access and tools and the ability to really be at a God tier level when it comes to a lot of these white collar jobs. In fact, sometimes you see these anonymous posts on Reddit saying, hey, I've officially become an accountant for companies overseas and, I'm just using AI tools and they're paying me just if I had a certificate or just as if I had a degree. And it works extremely well. So if you're in high demand, if you're the best at what you do, and if you're irreplaceable, you can always find a way to make money. So instead of going into specifics, it's more so building the frameworks in order for people to develop how to think. But like Seneca said, only the educated are free. So you need to educate yourself as to what is in high demand, how to become the best at what you do. You can't just fall into becoming the best. It takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication into becoming irreplaceable. That is the key. That is the mindset shift that people need to establish.